I'm Julian Mobley. This is the research case study for negotiation and deal making, March 29th, 2015. LeBron goes to South Beach. Everyone remembers this.
The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
This huge decision led LeBron James and the Miami Heat to not just one NBA championship, but 2 NBA championships. Some people say Michael Jordan will always be better than LeBron, but that's a different negotiation for a different day. The parties involved in this negotiation are LeBron James and the Miami Heat. At USAtoday.com, Adi Joseph writes that LeBron James has never signed a maximum level contract. In fact, he's the 9th highest paid player in the NBA. He makes about the same amount of money as Chris Bosh. So this contract negotiation is, of course, about cash. According to ESPN.com, LeBron James took $15 million less over the life of a contract to sign with Miami. So the Heat's position was play with these 2 other great players, take a pay cut to win a championship. But the contract has a contingency. Over 4 years, in the last year of the contract, LeBron James can opt out to go to any other team or to possibly gain money from the Miami Heat. The underlying interest for both parties was to win a championship, gain notoriety, and bring cash not only to the franchise but to the athlete's pocket. With any professional sports team, they have dues owed to the cities that they belong to. So bringing cash into the franchise will ultimately affect the city's economy as well. LeBron James' use of the decision can be viewed as a dirty trick. LeBron James still had ties to the city of Cleveland, the franchise of the Cavaliers, as well as getting back to them with the decision to actually play for the Cavaliers or the Heat the next season. Our book, Getting to the Yes, describes a dirty trick as unethical or even unpleasant. For spectators, the decision to be on live TV to tell his decision to go to take his talents to South Beach could have been unpleasant to most and definitely unethical to some. LeBron James' use of the decision also separated the people from the problem. Ultimately, he was worried about his goal of winning a championship more than the opinions and views of the fans and the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. This action also created a mutual benefit between the Miami Heat and LeBron James, which resulted in NBA championships. LeBron James also showed he had objective criteria. According to CBSSports.com, Matt Moore writes that the Big Three wouldn't take a discount unless it made the team better. They didn't want to take a huge pay reduction just so the team could avoid paying luxury taxes. They definitely needed a better team in line. So what went right? For the Miami Heat, they got LeBron to sign for a way cheaper deal. Both parties were able to reach mutual benefits. The result of the mutual benefits was multiple championships in a very short time period. What went wrong? The Heat was unable to keep LeBron James on their roster. He actually opted out on his 4th year of his contract and went back to the Cleveland Cavaliers where he came from. According to ESPNGO.com, Chris Broussard writes, LeBron James had until June 30th to decide whether to opt out of his final 2 years of his contract. If he'd stayed in Miami, he'd have made about $42.7 million. The agreement reached between LeBron James and the Miami Heat was a 6-year deal with a player option to remove himself from the team after 4 years. According to Sportando.com, LeBron James was to receive $110 million for this 6-year term, starting at $14.5 million. The deal was actually a short-term one, where LeBron opted out in his 4th year and went back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, as stated earlier. But the nature of any professional sports team, this negotiation can definitely be revisited because his contract will be up in Cleveland very soon. There have been long-term relationships gathered by this negotiation. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade are actually best friends in real life. In addition, sports championships last forever. So LeBron James and the Miami Heat will always be a cohesive term mentioned together for a long time to come.